Good evening. This is Curtis Harris of Red Pill, Blue Pill Choices. T- uh, Today is October 15th, 2024, and I would be remiss if I did not celebrate today. Today is the anniversary of the birth of the Black Panther Party in the United States of America. For those who do not remember, the Black Panther Party was a political party that was the vanguard for the black community. It protected among them, the many things that it did, it protected the black community from police brutality. Also, it advocated for economic reform, social reform in the 1960s primarily. It was very successful as an organization, as a community based organization. Um, there were numbers as high as, say, 10,000 members in the year 1968, 1970, and they first started, I believe, in 1968. I was 10 years old at that time, and I can remember as a young boy, power sign, wearing my beret. I was a direct recipient of the breakfast program, and that probably explains a lot of why I feel the way I do about our people's struggle, and liberation. The video I have today is basically a brief history of the Black Panther Party here in the United States. It was considered by the FBI and the J. Edgar Hoover to be the most dangerous organization to the internal security of the United States of America. That should tell you how effective they were as brothers and sisters. And yes, there were many sisters in leadership in this organization as well. But without further ado, I request humbly that you like this video, that you share it, and that you subscribe to the channel so that the algorithm can continue to distribute videos like this out into the general public. And I thank you, thank you, thank you for your support. So now, without further ado, Black Panther Party, a brief history.
Party. Who started the Black Panther Party? What did the group advocate? In many northern and western cities in the United States, African Americans were living in urban ghettos with high unemployment rates and substandard housing. Many also believed that they were treated unfairly and in some cases even brutalized by police forces which did not represent them. For example, Oakland, California had 661 police officers, yet only 16 of those were African American. Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale had been involved in many different civil rights organizations in their young lives, including those who promoted the Black Power ideology. However, they were frustrated with the failure of these organizations to combat police brutality and other injustices they saw in their communities. In October of 1966, the two men formed the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, later simply known as the Black Panther Party. They organized armed patrols that would follow police officers, monitoring them for incidents of abuse. If the police attempted to confront them, Black Panther members would recite the state and federal laws which permitted them to carry their loaded weapons. The Black Panther Party first gained national attention after an incident in 1967. The group carried loaded firearms into the California State Assembly in protest of a piece of legislation which would make carrying loaded firearms illegal. 6 of the members were arrested for this incident. In May of 1967, the Black Panther Party issued a list of 10 points which stated their beliefs and values. This list included things such as full employment, decent housing, and an end to police brutality. They also sought education for African Americans and justice within the court system. The group's ideals resonated within the black community, and their numbers expanded rapidly. By 1968, the Black Panther Party had a presence in more than 20 major American cities, including New York City, Chicago, Boston, Dallas, Los Angeles, and Washington, D.C. Some estimates claim that their membership numbers were as high as 10,000 at its peak in 1969. The party also boasted an influential newspaper which was read by more than 250,000 people. Its editor was Eldridge Cleaver, and he became a persuasive voice within the Black Power movement. Cleaver would eventually become the third most prominent member of the Black Panther Party, behind Newton and Seal. The Black Panther Party also started community-friendly programs, such as the Free Breakfast for Children program. They believed that they could provide for the needs of those in poverty better than the government could. It has been estimated that the Black Panther Party fed more than 20,000 children through this program during the 1968 and 1969 school year. The organization offered other services as well, including clothes distribution, classes on politics and economics, free medical care, and lessons on self-defense and first aid. They also set up an ambulance program and drug rehabilitation services. However, the Federal Bureau of Investigation did not agree with many of the organization's paramilitary activities, such as carrying loaded guns. The FBI regarded them as a black nationalist hate group, and FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover even referred to them as the greatest threat to the internal security of the country. The group was targeted throughout the 1970s, but never regained the prestige they had once enjoyed. Over the course of that decade, their numbers dwindled away until, by 1980, only 27 people were still official members of the Black Panther Party.
I'd like to also say at this point fair use, so that I don't get a copyright strike. Fair use for this video. This is not the end of the story. Many Black Panthers were destroyed, imprisoned. Many were forced to flee the country of the United States, and many sought refuge in Africa and in other parts of the world. This government unleashed the power of the military on this community-based organization only because they wanted to protect us and our community. But once again, the Black Panther Party is alive in me and will always be alive in many, many people. And I'm hoping that you'll research this organization yourself for those who are not aware or briefly aware of its existence and what they did. From free health clinics to free breakfast programs to policing the police, which we definitely need today, to food, clothing programs, the first sickle cell anemia health clinic, the number of things that they did as an organization still marvel me. They were instrumental for starting the free breakfast program in schools. Yes, it was the Black Panther Party that started it. And now you see it's very, very popular in many, many schools. So that's it for me today. Once again, this is Curtis Harris of Red Pill, Blue Pill Choices. I ask that you subscribe to this channel, that you like the video, and that you share it, and that you celebrate the Black Panther Party. And remember, there are still some Black Panthers still in prison to this very day, 2024, October 15th, 2024. There are some political prisoners still in prison. That's another video for another time. But in closing, I'd like to thank you for your attention. God bless you, and continue to fight the power. More power to you. Bye-bye.